Hello class 6, good morning. After the scratch programming, today we are going to start one chapter of MS Word. Chapter 3, Word Processor Tabular Representation. What is chapter name? Word Processor Tabular Representation. So what is a table? When we store, look here, when we store the data in the computer in the form of rows and columns. In the form of rows and columns, so it is called a table. Like this is a table. It has different columns like column 1, column 2, column 3 and different rows, rows 1, rows 2, rows 3. And the values, any number, name or anything can be stored in it. And each rectangular box is called a cell. Each rectangular box is called a cell. And this table is made up of, it consists of rows and columns. Now see, first what is a table? A table is a grid of rows and columns that intersect to form cells. So see here, each rectangular box is called a cell. And table is a intersection of rows and columns. What is table? It is intersection of rows and columns. And data can be stored in column wise also and rows wise also. So table is a grid of rows and columns that intersect to form cells. Now what is grid lines? The lines that mark cell boundaries are called the grid lines. See, the lines which marks the cell boundaries, the lines are called the grid lines. Okay, what are the grid lines? The lines which marks the cell boundaries, like these lines are called the grid line. A row states the data or text information that is represented horizontally. If you store the values row wise, then it is stored horizontally. Once again, if you store the data row wise, then it is stored horizontally. A column states that information represented vertically. In the columns, information or data are stored vertically. Okay, so just now what we have discussed, that what is a table, what is a grid line and how the rows and column comes. Now creating tables. Suppose in your MS Word page you want to create a table. I want to store the name, roll number and marks of different students in your class. You want to make a table, a tabular representation in which you want to store the serial number, name and roll number and marks in different subjects of the students in your class. So you can create a table like this. So what are the steps to create a table? First step, place the cursor on the document where you want to create a table. Place the document. And suppose this is a document page. Suppose this is a document page. You want the table to be inserted over here. So bring the cursor, bring the pointer at this place. So wherever you bring, there only table will be created. The first step, place the cursor on the document where you want to create a table. So bring the cursor wherever you want. Second step, click the insert button. See, this is a page of MS Word. First is file, then is home, then insert, then page layout and so on. So we have the different tab. Select which one? The third one. After file and home, the third is insert. So click on the insert button. Click on which button? Insert button. So when you click on the insert button, it will open. And there will be option table. So click on the table option. Click on the table option. In the table option, there will be insert table. There will be option insert table. So click on the insert table. When you click on the insert table, this window will open. This dialog box will come. It is the insert table dialog box. It will ask you to give number of columns and number of rows. Suppose you want 4 columns. So give here 4. You want 50 rows for 50 students. You give here 50. Okay. So after inserting number of columns and number of rows, click on the OK option. So when you click on the OK option, then an empty tables having 4 columns. Having how many columns? 4 columns and how many rows? 50 rows will be created. Once the table is created, you fill the data in different cell. Once the table is created, fill the data in different cell. After in giving all the data, filling all the cells, save the documents and close it. A table in your document is created. Finally click on OK. So in today's class, what you have learned? You have learned what is a table. A table is a grid of rows and columns. What are the grid lines? The lines that mark cell boundaries is called grid lines. A row states that data or information are stored horizontally. A column states that information are represented vertically. This is a table. How to create a table? You first bring the cursor in your documents where you want to insert the table. Then click on the insert button. Click on the table. There will be option insert table. Click on the insert table. Okay, so one box will come. There you give the number of columns and number of rows, how many you want, and then click on the OK. An empty table is created and you fill the data and save it and close it. So this way you can create the table in MS Word. Thank you.